Nice place, isn't it? Everybody, and welcome to Donington Park. It's a glorious day. As you can see, the BCV8s have just taken to the track for qualifying. What an absolute treat it is, and the sun is beating down. That's certainly going to be one of the stories of the day today, isn't it? The heat as the BCV8s make their way around. Now, if you look actually down the pit lane, some big news already in qualifying. They've only done a couple of laps, but just to your left in the pit lane, if you can see, is Ollie Neves. He's in the pits already, the man who's won multiple times already. He is the 2020 champion. He's in the pits with a problem. He went out and did one lap, came straight back in. Oh no, is Ollie Neves, is everything okay with that car? Is he going to be able to get back out and put some qualifying laps in? Big drama already here at Donington Park in qualifying. It looks like they are going to get the car back out, aren't they? As the rest of the BCV8s come thumping down onto the start-finish straight here at Donington. I'm seeing the prize car going over the line as well. We've got the wheelers, excuse me, out and about too. So yes, welcome everybody to the live coverage today with the MG Car Club. We're going to stay live throughout the entire qualifying sessions this morning. This is, of course, the BCV8s. Then we'll be bringing you the joint qualifying of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. And then don't go anywhere, because we'll be staying live for the Cockshoot Cup qualifying session as well. I'm going to talk you through all of the action. We've got our usual live behind-the-scenes exclusive content coming up. We're here at MySuperCar. We take you closer to the action than anybody else. So like I say, we're going to bring you the racing action too, but we're also going to get into the paddock. Ollie Neves makes his way back out onto the track as well to get his qualifying session back underway. Off he goes round Redgate, a right-hander. It's caught many a driver out over the years, hasn't it, Redgate? Hello, and do comment below if you're watching this. Have you ever driven Donington Park, and where are you watching today? We always want to hear, where are you watching today? Do drop us a comment below. We can see the comments and we'll read them out where possible. Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you going to the Formula 1 today? If you are, give us a shout. Say hello. So how things stand at the minute, it's Neil Fowler on provisional pole for 1:18.245, McCarthy in second, Cripps in third, Pryor in fourth, Young in fifth, Tovey in sixth, Bryan in seventh, Corey in eighth, Wells in ninth. Then we've got James and Johnny Wheeler sharing a car this weekend, it looks like, in 10th. Wardle in 11th, Raymond in 12th, McAngus in 13th, Linfield 14th, Scott 15th, Mackay 16th, Leamington 17th, Farsi in 18th, Lockhart 19th, Walpole 20th, Hibbard 21st, and as we know, Ollie Neves, the man who's so far, just like 2020, been dominating the BCV8 Championship, certainly in Class D anyway. He pulled into the pits after his opening lap. Let's see what he can do. He's just going over the start-finish line now to start his first flying lap here at Donington. What can he do? We've still got 8 minutes of this qualifying session left to go. Now, as soon as the BCV8s are finished, we're going to get ourselves back over to the assembly area, ready for the MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Metro Cup as well. And we're going to catch up with some of the drivers. Like I said, we're going to be bringing you exclusive content all throughout the day. We're going to get into the paddock, bring you closer to the teams and the drivers of all of the championships we're covering today. I'm delighted to say we're with the Cockshoot Cup as well. You'll be seeing the action in the paddock and out on the track of the Cockshoot Cup today. It's going to be a real treat. Hello to everybody supporting the Cockshoot Cup. Give us a wave, give us a like, say hello on the stream, because we can see. We'd love to hear from you. We're broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch and LinkedIn. On YouTube, we're on My Supercar and Live Sport now. Do go over and give us a subscribe. You can watch all of our live motorsport in 2021. Of course, on Facebook, wherever you're watching this right now, you can watch all of the action throughout the day too. We're on Twitter at Ian Waterhouse 1. In comes the Wheeler car there, number 61, just pulling into the pits. I know certainly James Wheeler's had a number of issues, technical issues over the last couple of years with the car. Ollie Neves flies over and he does go pole. Ollie Neves takes provisional pole by 1.5 seconds from Neil Fowler in second. McCarthy in third, Cripps in fourth, Bryan in fifth, Pryor in sixth, Young in seventh, Toby in eighth, Wells in ninth, Curry in 10th, Wardle in 11th. As I just said, the Wheeler car coming into the pits. I think James and Johnny Wheeler, father-son team there, are sharing the car this weekend. Raymond in 13th, McAngus 14th, Mackay has moved up to 15th, Babak Farzian in 16th, Linfield 17th, Scott 18th, Walpole 19th, Lillington 20th, Lockhart 21st, Hibbard in 22nd. Just a reminder with the BCV8 Championship, multiple classes, of course. Class D is the fastest class, of course, with the V8s in there. Ollie Neves, Neil Fowler, just a couple of the drivers in that. We have Class C, Andrew Young in there, Jim Bryan, Oliver Wardle, Ben Tovey in that class. Class B, Mark Scott was your 2020 champion. You've got Steve Lockhart in there. And then Class AB, the likes of Russell McAngus, Paul Linfield in there. There is an invitation class as well. We'll keep you up to speed with all of the class action as it happens throughout the day for the BCV8 Championship here live at Donington Park, in a baking hot Donington Park as well. I'm going to try and stand in the shade, I think, as much as possible. The Wheeler car there getting a bit of a servicing in the pit lane there. Hopefully they can get back out. They haven't pulled it back to the paddock. That's a good sign. But of course, if both drivers are doing a race, they will both need to complete a couple of laps each in order to be able to get out onto the track for their races. So it is Ollie Neves, the man on provisional pole as it stands, with just over 5 minutes of this qualifying session left to go. We've got a lovely view of the action here, you know. We've come up to a different area because we can see a fair bit more off the track as well. As you can see, I'm going to get out of your shot because I'm sure you don't want to see me. You'd rather see the cars on track, and I don't blame you for that. So plenty of live action throughout the day to bring you. Don't go anywhere, stick with it. Good friend of ours, Paul Bridgman, morning in. It's a beautiful day at Donington, watching at home in Tiptree, where the jam comes from. Oh, very nice. Be watching all day, catching the F1 sprint race later. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching that F1 sprint race too. Exciting stuff at Silverstone. We drove up the M1 this morning past Northampton Services. I'm sure you can imagine big line of traffic trying to get off the M1. And I'll tell you something, I think I'd rather be here today. It's absolutely heaven, isn't it? Paul Corey there coming into the pits, car number 66, first time out this season for Paul. I hope I'm saying your name right as well, Paul. So last time out we were at Silverstone, weren't we, for the BCV8 Championship. Ollie Neves again taking wins, Neil Fowler, James Wheeler getting himself a podium as well. Two races. We've got the first race a little bit later today. We've got another race for the BCV8 Championship tomorrow, which is unusual. Same for the MG Cup and the Metros as well, spread over 2 days, which is really nice. And of course the same for the MGCC Cockshoot Cup Championship as well. Of course we'll be with all of these championships throughout the day and tomorrow as well. I can promise you, you won't miss it. And you'll get exclusive content that you just don't get to see anywhere else. We've got the time to mix it with the drivers. We'll be in the paddock a little bit later so you can really see what goes on behind the scenes at a live motorsport event. So let's have a look with time ticking away for qualifying here. Let's just have a little look. It is Ollie Neves. He's on pole by 1.58 seconds from Neil Fowler in second, McCarthy in third, Cripps in fourth, Pryor in fifth, Young in sixth, Bryan in seventh, Tovey in eighth, Wells in ninth. And we just saw Paul Curry there just pulling into the pits. He's in 10th. We've got Ollie Wardle in 11th, Scott. Mark Scott in 12th in that Class B car. We've got the James and Johnny Wheeler shared car 61 in 13th, Babak Farzian in 14th, Stephen Mackay in 15th, Raymond in 16th, McAngus in 17th, Lillington in 18th, Linfield, I think Paul Linfield's pulled into the pits as well, Walpole in 20th, Lockhart 21st and Hibbard in 22nd. We've got 2.5 minutes of this qualifying session left to go. The car's coming over the line. There goes Steve Mackay, number 35, just about to drop into your shot. There's car 24. 24 is, of course, Babak Farzian going over the start-finish line here. 172. That's Mark Lillington there in the red MG. Wonderful stuff here, isn't it? It really, really is. I thoroughly enjoy the time here. The BCV8, of course, it's long-established BCV8 Championship Premier Series for MGB and MGC racing, offering classes for fully modified V8s to road-going cars. And boy, oh boy, do these make a nice sound. But plenty of action to bring you throughout the day. Almost a little calm before the storm, isn't it? We've still got a minute and a half of this qualifying session left to go here at Donington on the national circuit, of course. So the drivers are faced with that right-hander red gate, the opening corner. They go through Hollywood, through the now iconic Craner Curves, touch right through the old hairpin, up Starkey's Bridge, then the Schwantz curve, McLean's Coppice, and then they end up at the final chicane here. Roberts, it's caught more than one or two drivers out over the years. A very tricky corner, actually. We had a live show with the Metros on Thursday night, chatting to Dan Willers, who's racing here this weekend, just saying, yes, it can certainly catch you out in the wet. So we're not going to have any rain today, as you can see. There's not a cloud in the sky. It is absolutely glorious here at Donington. Baking hot. It's got to be the hottest weekend of the year, hasn't it? And we'll find out how that's going to affect the drivers. Babak Farzi and Steve Mackay also just pulling into the pits as well, down in front of us. We've got a lovely location. We're up at the Goddard Suite up here to bring you close action. Indeed, Mark Scott just pulling into the pits as well. Mark Scott, Class B, you're a 2020 champion for Class B. Ollie Neves, of course, currently on provisional pole, 1:16.461. In fact, the checkered flag is about to fall. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock. So next time around, the checkered flag will fall. And I think a lot of the cars, Ollie Neves just below, is just pulling into the pits now. In goes Ollie Neves. He is going to be on pole position. Look at this plane, Leon. Just turn around, just turn around. Look at this from the airport, of course. Is it Nottingham East Midlands? Look at that, what an absolute whopper that is. That's a huge plane. I know this is motorsport, but I'm sure we can all appreciate things that go fast. A picture of it, but it also doesn't look quite so big. And the cars are actually pulling in. It doesn't look like anybody's on for a flying lap now. I think everybody's just decided that that is that for their qualifying session. It looks like it is going to be Ollie Neves on pole position for this, although we do have car 86 firing over line. That's Neil Fowler. What can Fowler do? He can't go any quicker. Neil Fowler, second place on the grid. It is Ollie Neves who's going to be on pole by 1.415 seconds. A 1:16.461. It's going to be the fastest lap for the BCV8 Championship here. It looks like McCarthy is in third, Cripps is in fourth, Pryor in fifth, Young in sixth, Bryan in seventh, Tovey in eighth, Wells in ninth, Paul Curry in 10th, Wardle in 11th, Scott in 12th. Then we've got the James and Johnny Wheeler entry car, 61 in 13th, Babak Farzian in 14th, Stephen Mackay 15th, Walpole with 16th, Raymond 17th, McAngus 18th, Lillington 19th, Linfield 20th, Lockhart 21st, and Hibbard only one lap. We'll find out what happened with that car. Car number 10, 22nd out of 22. A big grid here today at Donington Park. Could just see a few more of the cars just about to come round. And already, it's only 9:43 this morning, but my word, is it hot already. Oh. And there we go. So there is your qualifying results. Ollie Neves, the man, on pole position. Once again, outright pole, of course, especially in Class D as well. I've got Ollie Wardle just coming into the pits, just beneath me as well. A few more cars coming in. Car number 17? Why don't I have a 17? Oh yes, Russell McAngus down there, of course. That's Class AB, Russell McAngus. Remember, multiple classes. Class D, Class C, Class B, Class AB, and there is an invitational class. We're just going to wait for the rest of the cars to come in. It's the MG Trophy is about to go on track, but we're not actually going to cover the MG Trophy. We're going to get ourselves up to assembly area, because coming up for qualifying very soon will be the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. It's a combined grid, and I can tell you last time I checked there was about 39 cars on the grid. Oh, it's going to be hectic. It's going to be fast, and boy oh boy is it going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. A number of cars just pulling into the pits. Just stick with us for a little bit longer and just get a nice view. Got a gorgeous shot here, haven't we, of the Donington Park pit lane. It's an absolute beauty, it is, isn't it? It's a shame about the banner running across. The BMW one. It should be an MG one, shouldn't it, Leon? Maybe we could have a word of MG Motors. Can we get a MG banner going across the track? Right, so the track looks like it's clear, and I think this is going to be a theme for the day. It's just so hot today. It's too hot. Somebody rain on me. I'm so hot. I'm okay, but if anybody wants to bring me some water, that's how hot it's going to be. And it's only going to get hotter throughout the day. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe. Right, we're going to get ourselves up to assembly area very, very shortly. That was, of course, the qualifying for the BCV8 Championship. We are going to bring you both races a little bit later today, but here's a little look about what else you can expect from the BCV8 races later. We've got a little video to show you. Elaine, roll the BCV8 VT. Right, so there we go. That is the BCV8 Championship. 2 races to bring you live a little bit later. Also, well, 1 race today, 1 race tomorrow as well. Don't forget, we do have our exclusive behind the scenes at paddock walks as well. Now we move on now, of course, to the MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Then straight after that, we'll be bringing you the Cockshoot Cup qualifying as well. We're broadcasting to a lot of places today, so hello. If you're watching, waiting for the Cockshoot Cup, do stick with us, do stick around, because it will be coming up, because we just don't have time to break the broadcast off and reset up again, hence the reason why we're going to stick live for the entire qualifying session. Very shortly, we're going to get up to assembly area and get ourselves ready to chat to some of the drivers with the MG Cup and the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup. But like I said, we're going to bring you live exclusive behind the scenes coverage. We're going to be in the paddock a little bit later today, mixing it with the Cockshoot Cup drivers, the MG Cup drivers, the Metro Cup drivers, and the BCV8 Championship drivers as well. Here's a little look actually at the weather forecast for today. We've got a little image to show you. As you can see, it's just going to be baking sunshine all day long. It's absolutely glorious here today at Donington Park. It really, really is. And we're about to make our way up to the track very, very shortly. And just letting the trophy cars head out on track before we can move, before we get run over. Of course, we'll pop that graphic down now if it's still up. And of course, we've got a little video to show you as well. Just remember last time out, the MG Cup headed to Silverstone, didn't they? And Mike Williams, once again in his red Metro, keep an eye out for him today as well. He is racing. Kind of took the spoils, didn't he? But only just. It was incredibly close racing. We actually caught up with Mike Williams in the assembly area at Silverstone, and here's what he had to say. Overdressing this up a little bit, but qualifying was pretty tight, wasn't it?
It was quite tight, wasn't it? 0.070, I think.
Oh, my word, yeah.
Yeah. But we were both getting faster, I think, as we went getting used to the circuit.
Yeah.
But the cars were getting slower as the tyres were falling apart.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the race is going to be like. Probably be the man who keeps his tyres.
The man who keeps his tyres. Yeah. Okay, good advice there. Good advice. Cheers, mate. That's right. No, I just thought that I'm going to... Right, so welcome back. We've come up to the assembly area now. As you can see, great to hear from Mike Williams. Of course, he's going to be the favourite once again here today at Donington Park. But can one of those turbo Tomcats or maybe Peter Birchall get the better of him? Who knows? And what about the Metro Cup as well? Mark Eales has been a man on form, but he hasn't had it all his own way this season, as he Tim Shooter, a man who took a pair of wins in the opening races of the season at Brands Hatch on his birthday as well. Plenty of action to be bringing you as well. And John Moore picking up a win last time out at Mallory Park. Now, we've been with the Metro Cup all season long. We've been doing a little bit of extra work with them as well, a bit of social media, additional live shows, and it's been a real treat. So with regards to the Metro Cup, we've got a little video to show you again of here's what's coming up for the Metro Cup for this year and beyond. Right, back live. Yeah. See you in a bit. Right, everybody, there you go. Lovely stuff with the Metros. In fact, talking of the Metros, I can see Mark Eales is just making his way up to the assembly area now. As you can see, it's a lovely area here, but the sun is absolutely blinding down here, isn't it? Don't even look at this little board here, the metal board. It is absolutely baking hot. Now, please do comment below as well. We can see the comments. If you want to send in a little video today as well, please do. You can send it to, what's the best email address, Leon? hellocontentlive@gmail. hellocontentlive@gmail.com. Send us a little clip in, sort of 30 seconds or so, and tell us who you're supporting today. Give them a bit of a cheer, give them a bit of a thumbs up. It could be from the BCV8s, the Metros, the MG Cup or the Cockshoot Cup. We want to hear from you. This is your show, by the way, if you're watching this. So do comment. We can see the comments. Do engage with us. We do want to hear from you. Mark Eales is just coming straight up to us right here. There we go. Let's go grab a word. Actually, I'm just seeing if Mark, he's got his top off. Look. There's my mate. There's Ian Dowler as well. Mark. It's that hot, innit? You got your top off. you can't race like that, mate.
I've been hiding in the shade all morning.
Yeah.
Try and get a good run in qualifying. I thought I better get up and sit in the sun for the next 15 minutes. And,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be scorchy, hasn't it? So.
You might suppose you have the door open. It must be roasting. It must be absolutely roasting already.
It is, yeah. But yeah, you know, nice sunny weekend though. Better than rain, isn't it?
Yeah,
so especially for spectating and that. So yeah.
Right, stay safe, mate. Stay dry, won't you? Cheers,
you.
Mark. There we go. Ian Dowler over here as well. I just want to see. We've got to make sure that the drivers have got masks on as well before we sort of talk to them if they can. Ian Dowler in here, just having a bit of a chin wag with someone.
Got new crash helmets. Lucky, isn't they?
I'll stand.
Have a good one.
I'll stand back a little bit. Ian, here he is, the man with the fastest name in motorsport. Ian.
Morning.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
You ready for this week? Been keeping cool, I hope.
Ready. Keep nice and cool.
Yeah.
Nice bit of cool underwear to put on.
At least you got some on. I ain't got any on.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that about it. Yeah, we're ready, excited.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a hot one, but it's glorious weekend, isn't it?
Dash. You cannot beat racing in this weather.
Is it quite nice that it's spread over 2 days as well?
Yes, it is nice over 2 days.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit late on Sunday afternoon, but we're here. We've been here since Thursday, testing Friday, qualifying race Saturday and a race on Sunday.
So how quick were you in testing?
Yeah, we were all right.
Give your secrets away, you.
Yeah. We're all right. We're there or thereabouts.
We're there or thereabouts. Good man. Top
Cheers.
man. Cheers, Ian. Thank you very much. We've got Kaylee Twigger over here as well. We've got Richard Buckley just coming up. Dave Harrison as well. These Tomcats are expecting them to go quick, aren't they? They certainly. These are the places. Look, I'm just amazed at how sort of casual everybody is. Look. And we've got a. He is. Where's Mark gone? He's there, in the left. Let's go grab a word with Katie because there's a unicorn in the car.
Are you the mechanic for this, are you?
Yeah.
Right. Your battery box, what holds you back to you?
Strap inside it.
Just listening up, just make sure. I think a bit of scrutineering, just make sure everything's okay with the cars. It's a nice look in it. Get a real good look at these cars, don't we? We really, really do. Mark Hills' car is very, very helpful because he's got his bright yellow wheels. Ian Dowler's as well in the MG Cup, of course. That's the difference. So, just for those of you who don't, sorry if I'm teaching people to suck eggs here. Of course, this is one of the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup cars, and this is one of the MG Cup cars, the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup cars. They are sharing a grid today, so I think we're going to have about 39 cars or so going around in qualifying. It's going to be a real treat. It's going to be fantastic stuff. I think Kaylee's in the middle of something, so let's just go see if we can have a word with Richard Buckley. I do know we're supposed to have masks and stuff, so if we can grab a word with him, we will just keep a distance as much as possible because I'm sure we do appreciate that the drivers probably don't take masks with them out onto the track. Richard.
Hello.
Silverstone, you were pretty quick. Are we expecting more of the same here at Donny?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I normally go pretty well round here. If I can get in the rhythm.
What about Mr. Williams?
I don't know, he's quick, isn't he?
He's obviously the favourite, isn't he, coming
yeah.
in? But,
I mean, last time I was here in this, he just picked me on the first race. I lost the power steering. On the second race, I beat him.
Yeah.
Whether I will today, because he seems quicker now. I think he's got his car better now than he was.
Okay.
So I don't know. It should be fun.
Do these things perform any different in the heat to the, say, just the standard?
They don't really like the heat.
Did they not?
To be fair.
Okay. There's no issue of it cutting out or overheating or anything?
No, I mean, I've got quite a big radiator on it, so it's pretty good. But obviously turbos don't really like the heat. They don't like the high air. And obviously it's heavy as well.
Yeah.
So that the tyres, you know, at Silverstone, by 3/4 of the way through the race, my tyres were pretty much gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
well, we'll see, won't we? Of course, qualifying first, let's see how it goes, and then get up the sharp end and we'll be all right, won't we?
Okay.
Cheers, Richard. Thanks very much. Moving on a little bit, we've got Dave Harrison over here. Moving back to the Metros as well, the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. We've got Dan Willis here. Of course, we caught up with Dan just the other day, just going through a little bit of scrutineering. So we'll just, let's go chat to Neil Burnett actually whilst Dan goes through a few formalities and bits and bobs. Here he is. Neil, it's great to see you again.
Thank you.
You must be roasty toasty in there.
I am, yeah. It's like being in a cooker.
How's it been this weekend so far? Because didn't a lot of you come up yesterday?
Yeah, I came up last night. Yeah.
You came up last night. Where'd you stay? Did you stay?
Stayed at the track. Was allowed to stop
at the track.
track.
Was it a good night?
Yeah, it was all right. It cooled off a bit, so it was all right.
What do we expect
got down
from
to
qualifying?
about 19 degrees, I think.
Yeah. What do we expect from qualifying today?
Do what best I can, because obviously now I've got a new engine and different stuff, so just my first time out for a bit now to give it a go.
Here we go.
See if I can get some more places up there. That's my aim.
Good man, Neil. Looking forward to watching it. Top man. There we go. Best of luck there. I wanted to grab a word with Kaylee as well. I think she's getting mad at me because I didn't talk to her beforehand. Let's go chat with Kaylee. Kaylee, I wanted to talk, but you were so busy in scrutineering, and I want to know about this unicorn in the car.
Oh, well, Ian Bolton's wife made it me with the kids.
Yeah.
So that's my new mascot, Monkey and Cub.
Monkey and Cub.
Yeah, because Monkey's, she's one of my biggest race fans, you see. She'll
Brilliant.
shout for Daddy,
Yeah.
but obviously
But really
she loves
she's-
Auntie Kay more.
Oh, well, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? That's the way it
Yeah,
goes.
definitely.
Qualifying, what are we expecting in this baking heat today?
Just go out and give it my best.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, and you will as well.
yeah.
Bit of pace, I imagine, in this, but
Yeah.
I was just chatting to Richard. He says these cars don't really like the heat.
No, they don't. So we'll have to see. You know, Silverstone was bad enough, wasn't it, when it was hot?
That was hot, yeah. It's
but
even
it is
hotter
my
now.
home track, so I do know how to work it.
Okay, there you go.
Just got to keep pushing.
Big things expected then, Kaylee.
Yeah.
We'll be keeping a sharp eye on. Best
Thank
of luck.
you.
Cheers. Thank you very much. You will. Let's just move down a little bit, shall we? As well, we've got Pete Coleman over here on the right. Let's go say hello to Pete, shall we, in the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup. Hello, Pete. Is it warm enough?
Ian.
Is it warm enough for you today?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Do you know, actually, yeah, it is. It is really nice. How do these cars perform in the heat compared to, say, just fairly standard conditions?
The tyres heat up a lot quicker, so you get grip a lot quicker,
Yeah.
which gives you confidence in the car. When you're out there, you don't actually feel the heat. It's here and in park thermo, but the cars go well.
Yeah.
The turbos, without a carburettor, they have a lot of problems with heat,
Right.
but
Yeah.
we don't, because we feel injected.
Brilliant. So we're expecting good things, huh? Is that?
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Always am. I'm not a good driver, but
Don't say, well, hey, look, you're behind the wheel. That makes you a good driver, I can tell you that. You're braver than I am, Pete. That's why
Thank
I do
you.
this and don't drive. Best of luck, won't you? We've got Tim Shooter over here. Tim, how you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, thanks, mate.
Expecting big things today? I am from you.
We'll see. I'm hopeful of a decent result, but we'll just have to see.
Donington Park, what's it like behind the wheel in one of these?
It's pretty good, yeah. It's fast. We're pretty quick in these round here, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
The
at all.
crater curves then, does it make your stomach go a bit? Or?
No, it's not too bad down there. Well, I'm trying to be flat this year, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how we get on.
Good.
Give it a couple of laps first.
Give it a bit of beans. There we go. Cheers, Tim. Best of luck, mate.
See you, mate.
Here we have, this is the man here, I know it's a Metro, but actually racing in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Probably the man to beat in the MG Cup as well. It is, Mike was just texting on his phone actually, so...
I'm not texting. That's slanderous.
Mike, how you doing, mate? You're
I'm
right.
just sharing your post.
Oh, yeah, good man. Oh,
No, I'm not,
Carry
actually.
on then. Now, you're obviously the man to beat in the MG Cup. Would you go along with that assessment?
Well, I've done 5 out of 6, so that's a fair assessment, but every race is every race, isn't it? I take nothing for granted at all. So, I don't know, it's a hot one.
Oh, now a little birdie tells me that you've made a few tweaks to the car and it's even faster than Silverstone.
No, it's absolute rubbish. I took it off the trailer and left it until yesterday. and I put some, I say new tyres, you know how I don't use new tyres. I put some tyres that had a little bit more grip on than the last ones at Silverstone, and I changed the brake pads. That's it.
Fantastic stuff.
Mate,
Right.
it's running right, so why mess around with it?
Exactly, you don't change your winning formula, do you?
Exactly.
Right, Mike, I'll see you for a beer later, all right? Cheers. We've also got Kyla Birdseye over here as well. Let's go say hello to Kyla because she's got a face mask on. Kyla, how are we doing? It's good to see you again.
Hiya,
It is a little bit warm today, isn't it? How are you trying to
definitely.
keep cool?
Yeah, I'm trying, but right now, not gonna happen. It's just, yeah, I've got to get used to it.
You've got to get used to it, haven't
Yeah.
you? But look, let's talk about Donington Park. What's it like to drive in one of these?
It is fun. It is fun, especially craner curves.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, keep the power on, just go. But it is a great circuit to race.
Fantastic. Foot to the floor, that's what we like to hear.
So that's what the plan is.
That's it. Best of luck, Kyla. I just wanted to chat to a good mate of ours, Robbie Kennan, as well. We spoke to him quite a lot virtually. I never actually spoke to him because we weren't at Mallory Park. So here he is, Robbie. It's good to see you in the flesh, mate.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm not too bad. More importantly, how are you? Second time out, of course. You're back for more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Had a few issues at Mallory, which we are now, touch wood, sorted.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're looking all right.
Tell us about your experience at Mallory. Of course, first time out, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Were you
so-
nervous?
No, it was. Yeah, we were. I was quite nervous. Had a good qualifying. Lined up for race 1 in the Park Ferme. Went to select gear, and I lost basically the selector rod. which meant I missed the first race and had to start from the back of the second. So yeah, it was a good learning curve.
You had a good finish though in race 2. You had a good strong performance. Did it give you a nice booster coming into Donington?
It did, yeah. Obviously, I think I set my fastest lap of the race on the last lap, and on that lap I was running on 3.5 cylinders because I snapped the rocker, and the rear suspension on the near side wasn't particularly in a good place. So yeah. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of niggles to sort. So hopefully we should be right.
Fantastic, top man. Best of luck, Robbie.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
it, won't you, mate?
Cheers, guys.
Let's go chat to Peter Birchall as well whilst he's up here. There's Ben Williams. I was going to say hello to Ben, but Peter Birchall's going through a little bit of scrutineering, so perhaps we'll leave him alone a little bit. Let's just move down. Oh no, he's all right, Peter.
Yeah, I've upset him enough.
Have you upset? leave him alone, Peter.
Morning, how you doing?
Oh, I'm not bad, mate. More importantly, how are you? One thing I can never get over is the size of the steering wheel. I don't know if you could come around and have a look. It's absolutely tiny. Look at it.
Does the job. Does the job. Lots of control. That's all you need.
That's what I like to hear. Look, it's glorious weather this weekend, isn't it, Peter? Donington Park in the sunshine. Is it an absolute pleasure?
It will be, and yeah, it grates when you're out there. It's just a bit warm sitting here, but you just, you know, it is what it is. There's going to be lots of grip. People's tyres will go off near the end of qualifying, so we've got a bit of a plan. We'll see how it works.
So the sort of first 7 or 8 minutes are crucial. Then that's when we're going to see the lap times.
Just get out there, get some hot laps in, and then ease off for a lap, then push again, and see where we go. But yeah, it's it should be good fun, and nice big mixed grid again with the Metro. So always great fun, isn't it?
Top man. Best of luck, Peter. Enjoy it, won't you?
Right,
there we go. Let's just move down a little bit further, shall we, as well? Just keep on going. We've got Chris Saviour over here on the left, Mr. Gill over here on the right. We've got Bowman over here. We've got a new one actually on the MG Cup grid, the Church Vehicle Insurance. Well, we're not going to miss this car, are we?
Definitely not.
You do this just for me, so I can spot it easily.
It's always been pink.
It's always been pink.
Always been pink.
But I wanted to take somebody. I'd like to think that you did it for me. I know you didn't, but how are you feeling ahead of this?
Better we did it for you.
Well, now I know it's not true. How are you feeling ahead of qualifying?
Nervous. We've not been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
Car's been fully rebuilt and I had time to test it, so
good.
We're using quali as a bit of a test.
It's great to have you here, and I love these as well, by the way. So look, enjoy it, won't you? Best of luck, and we're certainly not going to miss you on the grid. I think it's almost time actually for the cars to go out. We're going to go back to the top end, just so we can obviously watch the cars coming through as well. The engines are just starting to rev up. I think the MG Trophy cars have just finished up as well. We've got the Williams car there. Steve Williams driving it this time. Of course, Ben Williams drove it last time at Mallory in his debut. There's Dan Jones. Dan, how are we doing? You all right?
All good, all good.
Are you feeling ready for this one?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, car's all good.
Yeah.
Should be good to go.
You won't be able to pick this up on camera, but Dan Jones is the tallest man in motorsport, I think. How do you stay cool there, Dan?
I don't think I am going to. I think we're all just going to melt.
I think, yeah. I won't get too close because I'm absolutely dripping with sweat right now. Not that everybody wanted to hear that, but there you go. Best of luck, Dan. Enjoy it, won't you? Let's keep moving ourselves up, shall we? Get to the very front because we want to film these cars going out. Then we're going to get back up to the Goddard Suite so you can watch the qualifying action. Of course, I'll talk you through the entire qualifying session as it happens live as well. We've got Emma Cross just up here on the right from the Hickford Construction MG Metro Cup 2. She knows I'm about to come talk to her as well. So Emma, you bought a bike, I see.
Yeah, well, I thought the knee's not going to put up with running from here all the way down.
It's quite a way, isn't it? It is a bit of a walk.
This is my trusty steed for the weekend.
You're looking very summery today, I must say. It's difficult to keep cool, isn't it?
Oh my God, yeah, it is, and it's going to get warmer and warmer. So shade wherever you can, and I just feel for these guys in these cars because I wouldn't want to be in them.
I know, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I'm shorts and t-shirt and I'm sweating like crazy.
We've got many bottles of water back at base ready to throw at them when they come back in. So,
fantastic. I'll pop down in a bit then. Lovely job. I'll leave you to it. Right, we're going to watch these cars head out onto track now because it is time for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Church Vehicle Insurance MG Cup qualifying to get underway, of course. So we're going to watch them go out and then just make our way back round to Goddard's, just so you get a nice view of the cars. It's a wonderful, wonderful shot we've got right here. Stick with us, don't go anywhere. This is an absolute treat. We're bringing you closer to the action than anybody else can. Look at this. right in the assembly area, hearing from the drivers seconds before they go out onto the track. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? They're starting to rev up the engines. We're just waiting for the whistle before we get out on track. You're about to see the green flag any second now, and then qualifying will start. 2 races to bring you later today of the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. What a sight, what a lineup. Ian Dowler there on the left, Mark Eales on the right. Of course, this is a qualifying, lining up for qualifying, so different championships order. I don't think the order actually matters really, they just line up as they turn up. Kaylee Twigger there over on the right, Richard Buckley, Dave Harrison, just naming the drivers I can see, Dan Willers, Pete Coleman, who just spoke to, Neil Burnett in the Metro, who just spoke to, Tim Shooter in the Metro, who spoke to, Kyla Birdseye in the Metros, who spoke to Ian Dowler, Kaylee Twigger, Richard Buckley, Peter Birchall, Dan Jones. One of the new drivers for the MG Cup today as well. Was it Bowman? 2 years out, but back in action today. It makes a great sight, doesn't it? We're still just waiting for the whistle, for the green light. Do stick with us. It won't be long. Oh, it is sunny, it is hot today. Hello everybody, welcome by the way if you are just tuning in. If you wanted to watch the BCV8 Championship qualifying has finished now. Ollie Neves was the man who put it on outright pole position for the BCV8s, certainly in Class D as well. So if you want to catch that, you can just go to the start of this video, you can watch the BCV8s. If you're tuning in for the Cockshoot Cup, do stick with us. As soon as qualifying has finished here, we're going to stay live for the Cockshoot Cup qualifying as well. You won't miss any of it, do stick around. We'll bring you our live exclusive coverage as we always do, behind the scenes and mixing it with the teams and the drivers. So do stick around, don't go anywhere. So we are just waiting. And there we go, the whistle goes, so the cars are about to head out on track now. Doors closed, please, gentlemen and ladies. And the cars are heading out onto track for qualifying here. What a wonderful sound this is. And off they go. There's so many cars, isn't there? It's a sellout for both the Metros and the MG Cup. 20 MG Cup cars and at least 19 MG Metro Cup cars. And I think Les Tyler is signalling that he might have an issue. I hope not. And a few cars have got a couple of issues there as well, haven't they? No, I think Les Tyler's made it out. One of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup cars, number 74, looks like he's got a bit of an issue. We're going to head off though and get up to the top of our up to Goddard's suite. Let me just see, I'm just going to see with our producer, do we have the Donington Park map? Let's pop that up on screen so you can see what the drivers are faced with here at Donington. So the drivers now out on track, just doing in their opening stints here. So as you can see from the Donington Park circuit map, Redgate is the first corner, then they go down Hollywood through the Craner curves, then that old hairpin, that kink to the right, up through Starkey's Bridge, then the Schwantz curve, then McLean's. That's seen a lot of action over the years, hasn't it? Down the sort of mini back straight, I suppose, into Coppice, then the long straight into the into Roberts there to finish off the lap. It's the national circuit here, slightly shorter one. Of course, the assembly area where we stood forms part of the bike track. So let's just leave that just whilst we get into position. We're just moving back up to the top up here. In fact, whilst we do that, we could probably put TSL up on the screen, can't we, and get the next group coming through. Cars are just coming around, they're starting their flying laps now, so don't worry, you won't miss any of the action. Right, there we go. So we can pop that down now. So plenty of action to bring you, of course, with the MG Cup and the Metro Cup, the MG Cup, a number of classes as well. There's Class C, that's the fastest class, Class B and Class A as well. Then the Metros, it's a one-make series. 1992, the MG Metro Cup has been going since 1992. Wow, fantastic stuff indeed. Mark Eales, certainly the driver to watch out for in the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, and we do believe it's probably going to be Mike Williams, the man to watch out for in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Ian Dowler coming over the start-finish line now. He's in Class B in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance, closely followed by Mark Eales, the man we fancy to get pole position in the Metro Cup. Through they go. Qualifying. I hope you enjoyed that little paddock walk there. It's something we like to bring you. We'll be bringing you one later for all of the championships. So I know we didn't get to do one for the BCV8s. Hopefully we might get a chance to do one for the Cockshoot Cup, but you won't miss it. I can assure you, whatever happens, we will get into the paddocks with the championships, all of them, throughout the course of the weekend, spend time with them, so you won't miss any of the action as it happens, up close and, well, 2 metre distance, close and personal. And I can see one of the cars, I think that might be Les Tyler's pulled off at the top of Redgate there. I think it was Les. I thought he might have been signalling actually as he came through assembly to say there might have been an issue. We do have waved yellows into Redgate now. And so far it is Mike Williams in the MG Cup, the man on provisional pole, 126.685. Very early days, though. He's only done 2 laps. Kaylee Twigger is currently second place in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup at 128.209, and Ian Dowler in third. Mark Eales is currently the man on provisional pole in the MG Metro Cup, but Tim Shooter is trying to fire him down in second place. Dave Harrison, then it's Peter Birchall, then it's Steve Williams in the Metro, then Dan Willis, then John Moore, then Terry Wood, then Kyler Birdside, then we've got Burton Simpson, Tyler Gill, James, Davies, Burnett, Bowman, Jones, Garrett, Paul Maguire, Coleman, that's Paddy Maguire, sorry, Pete Coleman, Steve Hiley, Keane, Powell, Savory, Ewens and Bolton. We will split them all for you as well a little bit after the broadcast as well. I'll talk you through who's on pole for corresponding championships. Remember, this is a joint qualifying session between the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, hence the reason why there's about 39 cars out on track, 38 now, because I believe Les Tyler might have pulled off, but we'll keep an eye. Let me see if I can see Les's car. Maddie Maguire just coming over now. So yeah, Mike Williams, we're expecting him to go well. I know it can be quite confusing because Mike Williams is actually in a Metro, but he's competing in the MG Cup, not the Metro Cup. So we could actually have 2 Metros technically on pole position for the race a little bit later this afternoon. We'll be bringing you both races over the course of the weekend. The first race today, I believe, is it 10 past 2 today, lights out. We'll bring you that live, of course. It will be a mixed grid for that as well. So it'll be the MG Cup and the Metro Cup all in one combined race. Of course, different championships though. So just had a little look at qualifying. It's still Mike Williams, got Steve Williams in the black and green Metro just going over the line. Him and his son Ben Williams shared a car. Ben Williams made his debut at Mallory Park last time out, and he made it to the podium as well on his debut. Incredible stuff by Ben Williams. I'm seeing Kaylee Twigger's just pulled into the pits as well in her Dad 1 car. Of of course, in memory of her late father, Chris Twigger, somebody who we have a lot of time and respect for. You are very sadly missed, Chris Twigger, very, very sadly missed indeed. Now, I believe Les Tyler's back out on the track as well. So they're just having a look, but Kaylee's went very well. Let me just have a look. Drop down the order a little bit. She's now 11th overall. It is Mike Williams on provisional pole with the MG Cup. Matt Simpson in second, Richard Buckley in third, Dowler in fourth and Birchall in fifth. Then in the Metro Cup, it's Mark Eales on provisional pole, Tim Shooter close behind him, Steve Williams in third, Dan Willis in fourth, Robbie Kennan in fifth, going very well. John Moore, winner last time out, and Mallory Park in sixth. There goes Eales over the start-finish line, the grey with bright yellow-green. In fact, what colour would you say that is? Yellow or green? Do comment below as well if you're watching this. Tell us where you're watching from. This glorious Saturday here at Donington Park. The sun is shining, it's beating down. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you off to the British Grand Prix today? Do tell us, do let us know. Are you at another motorsport venue? Do comment below. Let us know what you're doing. We'll read them out if we get a chance as well. So a few bits of support coming in. Jana Dowler says, morning Ian Dowler, smash it, bam. Yeah, we spoke to Ian Dowler, didn't we, in the assembly area. I must say, everybody's so lovely to have here, and lovely to talk to as well. Everybody really gets behind nobody really minds us shoving the camera in their face, do they? Maddie Maguire just going over the start-finish line. Great to see Maddie back, comes all the way down from Scotland for every race. Meeting was out at Silverstone as well. Mike Williams just went over the line with Richard Buckley. So last time I checked, that is your 1-2 in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Very close to each other during qualifying. Just going through Redgate now, the first corner here at Donington. We're on a national circuit, of course, slightly shorter. Doesn't include the old Melbourne Loop, which is more the motorbike track. There goes Dave Harrison over the start-finish line. Peter Birchall and Matt Simpson. Simpson getting past Birchall there. There's Dan Willis and Tim Shooter in the Metro Cup, going very, very well indeed. Let's have a look. It's still Mark Eales on provisional in the Metro Cup. Just having a little look. It's still Tim Shooter in second place. Dan Willis in third. Steve Williams in fourth. David James in fifth, Robbie Kennan in sixth. A little bit of change. It's like kind of bird's eyes jumped up to 14th overall, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the Metro Cup. You have to forgive me, it can be quite confusing, can't it? Because of course TSL just clumps everybody together all in one fixture. So this is how it looks in total for the entire setting. Of course, we will split them off a little bit later for you, but Williams, Buckley, that's Mike Williams, by the way. Mike Williams, and then Richard Buckley, then Dowler, Simpson, Birchall, Eales. Then we got Harrison, Burke, Jones, Shooter, Willers, Goodwin, Steve Williams, then Moore, Kenning, Birdseye, Twigger, Ball, excuse me, James, Wood, Davies, Hiley, Maguire, Gill, Bolton, Tyler, Gerard, Keane, Burnett, Bowman, Coleman, Ewan, Savoury and Howe. And it looks like Kaylee Twigger's qualifying, unfortunately, has come to a premature end. So qualifying is over for Kaylee Twigger. That is a shame. She's 17th as it stands combined. But I can say it's a breaking news. Richard Buckley is on provisional pole in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Buckley does a 1:23.630. That's 1 second faster than Mike Williams in second, Simpson in third, Dowler in fourth, Harrison in fifth, and Birchall in sixth. That's your top six in the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. In the Metro Cup, it's still Mark Eales on provisional pole, Dan Willers in second, but it's just changed. It's Robbie Kennan is second as it stands for the MG Metro Cup. He's just gone over the line and put in a stonking 1:29.260. So it's Robbie Kennan, second place as it stands. We've still got just under 3.5 minutes in this qualifying session left to go though. A lot can still happen. There's chop and change, there's big drama here at Donington. Don't go anywhere, stick with it. You can see the cars flying over the line. Neil Burnett going well too. goes Mike Williams. He's coming over the start-finish line. What can Mike Williams do? And I think he stays in second place. The time is running out for Mike Williams. Mark Eel's about to come over the line. He is on provisional pole in the MG Metro Cup. Moving down actually, see if I can get a nice look. Burke has moved up to 7th place. Tim Shooter is now 2nd in the Metro Cup. There goes Robbie Kennan. Got a lovely shot of all the cars coming out of the final chicane here at Donington. Look at it, it's a plethora of Metros. Marvellous Metros coming over the start-finish line here at Donington Park. It's a real treat. It's a real joy. And one of the Metros just pulled in to the pits behind us. Just trying to see who it is. 29. Well, that's Davis. That's Timothy Davis. Just pulled into the pits for the Metros. Is he going to go straight through? I think he's probably going to pull straight back into the paddock. Davis in 23rd overall on the grid. And what's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to pull in left. Just saw the indicator clip on. So Timothy Davis qualifying session comes to a close. We've got 1 minute left of this qualifying session. It's Richard Buckley, the man on pole position as it stands in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Will he maintain it or will it change? Let's just wait out. Can Mike Williams snatch it at the death? Can Simpson make a late charge? What about Ian Dowler? Dan Jones is going well. He's now in 5th place overall. Birchall in 6th. Harrison in 7th, Burke in 8th, and Dan Willis is the man on pole position in the MG Metro Cup. Willis is absolutely flying at the minute. He's first from Mark Eels in 2nd, Tim Shooter in 3rd, Robbie Kennan in 4th. We've got Phil Goodwin in 5th, Steve Williams in 6th, David James in 7th, John Moore in 8th, and Kyler Birdseye in 9th. Oh, great stuff. Wonderful stuff. Unfortunately, I am seeing Tony Howe's Metro on the back of a recovery truck up by Redgate. So Tony Howe's qualifying ended quite a while ago, unfortunately. Checkered flag falls. Let's see. It looks like Buckley has finished. So Richard Buckley can't do any more. A 1:23.630. Is that going to be enough for outright pole position in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup? Or has Mike Williams got a last gasp ace up his sleeve? We're going to find out shortly. And Mark Eels pulls into the pits as well. Mark Eels pulls into the pits. That means barring something else happen. There goes Dan Willis. Dan Williams on pole position for the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. Wow. What can Steve Williams do though? Can Steve Williams change anything right at the death? No, he can't. So it looks like it is Willers, Eels, Shooter, Kennan, Goodwin, Williams, James, Moore, Birdseye. That is the top so far in the MG Metro Cup. There goes Kyler Birdseye over the line. Can she improve? No, she stays in position. There goes Goodwin and Robbie Kennan. Can Kennan snatch it right at the end? No, he can't. He stays in 4th place. What a wonderful qualifying session that is, though, from Robbie Kennan, and only a 2nd race meeting. So the checkered flag falls. There goes Basin. It's great to see those guys out. Came out very, very late indeed. They do qualify in 34th out of 35 cars in total. So qualifying comes to an end. It is Richard Buckley on pole position in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Mike Williams just had no answer, did he? In 2nd place, 1:24.661. Matt Simpson in 3rd, Ian Dowler in 4th. Dan Jones in 5th, Peter Birchall in 6th, Dave Harrison in 7th, Burke in 8th. That's your top 8 in the Cherish Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Then we move to the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup. and it's Dan Willers on pole position, Mark Eales in second. There wasn't much in it. Willers at 1:27.552, Eales at 1:27.643, Tim Shooter in third, Robbie Kenyon in fourth. What an incredible qualifying that is for him. Phil Goodwin in fifth, Steve Williams in sixth, David James in seventh, John Moore in eighth, Kyler Birdseye in ninth. That's the lay of the land, how it stands for both the championships and this wonderful qualifying session we've just seen here at Donington Park. Oh, I'm delighted to say as well, qualifying is far from over as well, because now we come to the Cockshoot Cup as well. I know we're broadcasting into the Cockshoot Cup Facebook group, so hello everybody if you're watching in there. It is time for the Cockshoot Cup. So whilst these cars make their way in, we're going to head over actually and catch up with a number of the drivers for the Cockshoot Cup. Whilst we make our way over, of course, we managed to get a little video actually off YouTube from the Cockshoot Cup last year, or 2019 it might have been, and it's a little look at the start, a driver's view of the start here at Donington Park in the Cockshoot Cup, and perhaps something that the drivers might not want to do on the opening lap. Elaine, roll VT. Right, hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are. It's our first time with the Cockshoot Cup, so hello everybody, welcome. It's a real treat to be here. What a sight we've got. Just look at these cars. They look incredible, don't they? We've got Chris Greenbank, it looks like here, car number 19, car number 1. We've got Brian Butler as well. Let's go chat to Brian if we get a bit of a chance to. We're going to stick around and watch these cars go out as well. Hello, oh that's a nice brolly. Brian.
Oh yeah.
How are you doing? It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Are you feeling ready for this one?
Yes, well up for this one. I've got my hot competitor next door. He's the one to beat for me this weekend. So well, I know Chris he's the lap record holder here. So it's all to play for.
Records are there to be broken, though, right, Brian?
Well, actually, it could be too hot. I think it could be too hot. So that's the unknown. Yeah, we complain about the rain. We complain about.
We're never happy, are we?
No, never happy. It's such a small window that we're aiming for.
Is it a concern of tyres going off then? Is that potentially the problem, or overheating? Or
I wondered if the track might be too hot. You know, they're not going to get the same adhesion.
Yeah.
So we've gone out with dry settings, and I don't know. I've just heard quite a lot of understeer cars that I was watching in Redgate. So it is what it is. We're all the same anyway. So
we are all the same.
Whatever it is for me, we're all the same. But no, looking forward to it. Your beautiful blue sky, great circuit.
Fantastic. I can see you smiling underneath the helmet there, Tom. Best of luck, Brian. Enjoy it, won't you? Thanks for talking to us. Let's just move down a little bit. So we've got Collier here as well. A man who looks ready for this.
Well,
a little bit hot, but ready
as
for
ever.
it.
Yeah, I am sweating quite a lot already, but I'm really pleased that I bought the dark racing suit. That was a genius strike.
At least it's not grey. If it's grey, it shows up all the sweat patches.
Yeah, exactly, and the flies. But yeah, no, we'll give it a whirl. I'll leave the windows open, and the only person that I'm slightly jealous of, and I'm not normally, is David Coulthard in the Cup car with no roof. Normally it's raining and he looks really miserable, like one of those little dogs with all the long hair, and he's crying about it, but not today.
He's just been waiting long enough.
Yeah,
this is his one race.
15 odd years of racing's just come clean for him now. So.
Top man, look, best of luck. Enjoy it, won't you? Thanks for talking to us. We'll see you later. There we go. Let's move over here. We've got Tony Riles over here as well. And look at this, the orange machine, I think I'll label it. Hello, Tony.
Not as bright as that one.
No, that's true, but you know, yeah, you two, have you done this on purpose? Just next to each other?
It wasn't planned at all. No, I thought I was one of my own, but obviously I'm not.
Tony, one thing you might be missing, you do need a steering wheel. You do know that, don't you?
Oh, Do you know,
There's no steering wheel in it.
Well, they told me it was flat on every corner around here, so I didn't need a steering wheel.
There you go. That's
flat.
fine. Just straight and flat. That's
Yeah,
all you need.
flat everywhere, yeah.
Tony, look, best of luck for the race. Enjoy it, won't you?
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us. Let's move on a little bit. We've got Carl Green over here as well. He's got his helmet on, but we'll see if we can grab a quick word with Carl. How you doing? You all right?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. Carl, tell me what it's like to take this out round Donington.
It's great, to be fair. Handles really well, really fast in the corners. Lovely long straight when you come out the top.
Yeah.
So it's, as long as you get it right out the top corner there, it's fantastic.
Final little chicane there. It's almost a little kink, isn't it? But you can't go flat, can you?
No. You've got to mind the curbs as well, because they can proper chuck you off if you hit the curbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy it. I like Donington. Always enjoy it.
Good man. Enjoy it, won't you?
Okay,
Foot to the floor. That's what we like to see. It's easy for me to say.
Especially through craners.
Especially through craters. There we go. Lovely stuff. Look at this. What a day it is to have no roof. This is. Did you hear that? Yeah, it is a good day to have no roof, isn't it? But
it's a very good day, and I'm a sort of roofy person because I don't normally race cars with roofs on. So to have it off today is a blessing.
It is today, because sometimes it rains though, but we won't have that problem.
No, not today.
Look, I love these MGS. What is it
Yeah,
like? What is it like to drive?
We did a bit of test yesterday. We had a few problems with this. Is the original Diamond Morris car. We're just waiting to get the livery put back on it. But
yeah.
we rebuilt it through the season to get it back to a proper cup car.
Yeah.
So I'm just running in qualifying, just bringing the engine up to spec, and then hopefully the race will give me full power.
Do you know what it weighs? Because they look ultra lightweight.
They're not actually. They're about 950.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
They're an heavy little car, but a solid little car. You
Yes.
know what I mean? So there's a lot of metal. It was when MG decided to still use a lot of metal in the job. You know what I mean?
Makes them ultra heavy.
But
Yeah.
a nice balanced car once you get them set up right.
Fantastic. Well, look, thanks for talking to us. Best of luck for it, won't you? Do enjoy. Look, we've got a couple of cars. They seem to have spaced themselves out quite nicely for us, don't they? No roofs. I think that's the way to go, isn't it? No roof. That's what we want today. That's the way forward, isn't it?
What's that?
No roof.
No roof. Oh, well, I could probably do with one to cover the head. It's a bit warm today, to be fair.
Look, it certainly is. But so what does that mean then for qualifying in the race? I'm a bit concerned that maybe the track might be too hot.
Well, we've set tyre pressures a bit lower, so they should be all right.
Yeah.
It may maybe be a bit too hot, not as fast as it usually is, but we'll just see what happens.
It's the same for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, same for everybody.
There we go, fantastic stuff. We'll let you crack on. We're going to get ourselves back to the top actually, because the cars are starting to rev up. So I believe it is almost time for qualifying session for the Cockshoot Cup. Great to catch up with some of the drivers there, isn't it? Like I said, just like we did with the Metro Cup and the MG Cup. In fact, it is green flag has been waved, so they're heading straight out on the track. We timed that to perfection, didn't we? I'm just going to get a few pictures whilst they're here as well. If you are watching this and you're supporting the Cockshoot Cup, do drop us a message. Tell us who you're supporting today. Who are you rooting for? We can see the comments. They'll make it way into the report that we produce after every race meeting that we do as well. So do comment below if you fancy getting a bit of a shout out. Sorry, bud. And it looks like BCV8 might just got a bit caught out, I think, with timings. And you on in Group D, just letting everybody go through. Does manage to get back out on track. So whilst we walk over, yeah, we'll just wait for the rest to go. So of course there are a number of, sorry, Group D, what am I saying? There's a number of classes here, Class A, Class B, Class C and Class F as well. Class A, we're looking out really for Paul Wignall, Leon Wignall, Ian Wright, Phil Yates. Class B, Mike Peters, Mark Bellamy, James Johnson, Ian Witt, John Payne. Class C, Ray Collier, Keith Eager, Carl Green, who just spoke to, David Coulthard, Simon Lowry, Ian Cochrane, Peter Bramble, Tony Riles, we spoke to there as well, Ashley Woodward, Mark Wright, Class F, Brian Butler, who we spoke to, Phil Rigby, Tom Church, Max Pittock Holdsworth, Chris Greenbank, Gareth Jones, Joseph Jones, Helen Waddington, Paul Rigg, all going very well in the championship. Let's get our way up to the Goddard Suite so we can watch some of the on-track action. Like I said, I'll run commentary for you as well. The cars already, the opening, the first sort of 10 or so who went out are just making their way on to start their first flying lap here at Donington on the national circuit, of course. So what we'll do whilst we're just walking along, let's just pop that Donington map graphic up again, just so you can see what the drivers are faced with here for this qualifying session. Like I said, hearing that from the drivers, the heat might even be a little bit of a concern as well. We do like the weather in the UK, don't we? We're never happy, are we? If it rains, then we've certainly got something to say. If it's too cold, we say it's too cold, and it seems that it might be too hot. But this is motorsport. These are factors that can have big impacts, can't they? We see it in Formula One, we see it at every level of motorsport. The weather is an important factor, and heat is a talking point. So setting up the car the right way is always important, but it's doubly crucial when the weather plays a big factor too. So 4 classes, as we said. Class A is for standard cars using road legal treaded tyres, so midgets and MGBs. Class B is for road modified cars still using road legal treaded tyres, but have got greater engine and transmission modifications, so midgets, MGBs, ZR170s, ZSs. Class C is for fully modified cars using racing tyres with major body, engine and transmission modifications allowed. So you can have midgets, MGBs, ZR190s, ZSV6, MGF Cup cars, MGF, TF, LE 500s, and Class F for road-going modified MGF and MGTF cars. And we've got waved yellows already at Redgate, not anymore, so welcome back. So there we just had waved yellows at Redgate. I'm just going to dip underneath the camera. There we go. But no longer, I'm pleased to say. The last time out, the Cockshoot Cup at Silverstone was racing with the Midget and Sprite Challenge, but Ray Collier taking the honours. So qualifying well underway now for the Cockshoot Cup, the third and final qualifying session that we're bringing you in this broadcast before we break off, and we'll either get out, it depends on timing of course. We've got 3 races, no, we've got 4, yeah, 3 races to bring you of course. We've got the BCV8 race, we've got the Cockshoot Cup race and the combined MG Cup and Metro Cup race to bring you today as well. We will be out in the paddock a little bit later though for exclusive behind the scenes content that you just don't get to see. So please do comment below, tell us who do you want us to go chat to, because we are going to get into the paddock with the drivers. We love to do it. We walk around with the camera, chat to drivers, see them as they really are behind the scenes, out of the car. Excuse me. Here at My Supercar, we're about humanising sport. The cars are incredible, and we'll bring you close-ups, detail of the cars. But it's all about the people driving them, isn't it, really? Formula One wouldn't quite have the same appeal, would it, if it was just robots driving the cars? So we're based up at Goddard Suite. We managed to get up here, the hospitality area. We've got the balcony all to ourselves. It's absolutely lovely up here. We'll bring the racing action from up here too. We're well out of the way. It's a nice place for us to be. Let's have a little look at how qualifying is panning out, shall we? It's green on provisional pole, 124.407. Collier in second, a 124.632. Butler in third, a 126.668. We just spoke to Brian Butler. We've got Greenbank in fourth, 126.789. Whit Thompson in fifth, a 127.146. Oh, Greenbank. We've got 2 green. Oh, we've got 19 in there, 86, haven't we? So we've got Chris Greenbank going very well indeed. Then we've got Jackson in 7th, Coulthard in 8th, Bellamy in 9th, Peters in 10th, Wright in 11th, Wignall in 12th, Payne in 13th, McClure in 14th, Jones 15th, Cochrane in 16th, Woodward 17th, Wright 8th, Wignall 19th, Whittington 20th, Riles 21st, Lowry 22nd, Johnson 23rd, 48, and then Johnson 68, 24th, Church in 25th, and Pitting Holdsworth in 26th. Here's the Cockshoot Cup live qualifying from Donington Park. It's a glorious Donington Park as traffic is forming around. This is what we like. Close qualifying action. It might not be race conditions, but it's an important session indeed, isn't it? It's really going to set things up. 2 races in total to bring you for the Cockshoot Cup, 1 today and 1 tomorrow. Like I said, we will be bringing you exclusive live behind-the-scenes coverage later in the Cockshoot Cup paddock as well. Comment below who you're supporting today. Give them a shout out. We'll read them out to them later in the paddock. Show your love and support here for the Cockshoot Cup drivers. There goes Brian Butler. There we go, great stuff as it stands. Still Collier from Greenbank in 3rd, number 19, and Butler in 4th. Wayne Thompson just moved up to 4th, dropping Butler down to 6th. Jackson in 7th, Coulthard in 8th, Bellamy in 9th, Peters in 10th, Wright in 11th. Oh, and there's dropped down. Wignall has just jumped up to 8th place. It's all changed, isn't it? This is what we love about motorsport. Every time they come over suddenly qualifying, it's all changed. Wignall has jumped up to 8th place in this qualifying now. Right, there we go. There is Cochrane coming over. Car number 61. My namesake, Ian. Fast name. So a few more changes again. Greenbank 66 up to 4th now. Wignall up to 8th. Wright, car number 8 has moved up to 9th place. Oh, it's all changed, isn't it? 6 minutes of this qualifying session left to go. Donington Park on the national circuit here. Plenty of excitement, plenty of action as it happens here live. We had a lovely little assembly area walk as well, catch up with some of the drivers. We're taking closer than anybody else can get. We're also live on YouTube as well. If you want to watch in high definition, head over to either My Supercar on YouTube or Live Sport Now. Click subscribe and watch today and tomorrow's action live for free in high definition. Now we're also on Twitter as well, at Ian Waterhouse 1. To drop me a follow, you can watch all of our live motorsport action on Twitter as well. So blue flag's been waved. You can see a collection of Cockshoot Cup cars here coming over the start-finish line, as you can see there. There we go. Great stuff indeed. Close qualifying action. This is what we like to see, isn't it? There goes Ian Cochrane there, number 61. Here goes number 10. That's Collier. And of course, it's green though on provisional pole. Oh, Baston's out there as well. I think that's that car number 92. Baston is actually for the Church Vehicle Insurance MG Cup. Very good of the Cockshoot Cup to allow Baston to complete qualifying so he can take to the grid for the Church Vehicle Insurance MG Cup a little bit later. Just getting the lap times in, of course. You have to have completed a number of laps in qualifying in order to be able to take the start of the race. Lovely sound, these cars coming over. I can tell you Greenbank 66 is overtaken Greenbank 19 for 3rd place. So what have we got left of qualifying? Still time for laps to go in. Hot flying laps in the baking sun here at Donington Park. It's Green, Collier, then the 2 Greenbacks, 66 and 19. Then Peters, Whit Thompson in 6th, Butler in 7th. Wignall, but it's all changed once again. It's all changed. Wright has now jumped up to 6th. Whit Thompson down to 7th. Butler down to 8th. Wignall up to 9th. Jackson in 10th. Coulthard in 11th. Lowry's got up to 12th. Bellamy's just overtaken Lowry though, so Bellamy's now up to 12th, Lowry down to 13th, Wright is 14th, but in the pits, Johnson in 15th, number 48, and Payne in 16th, Jones in 17th, Cochrane in 18th, McClure in 19th, Woodward 20th, Church 21st, Wignall 22nd, but in the pits, Waddington 23rd, Riles 24th, Pittock Holdsworth 25th, and Johnson in 26th, car number 68. There's a number of cars are coming in. Is that Collier into the pits? It is. Collier in second place, pulls into the pits with 2.5 minutes of qualifying left to go. I would assume that that is qualifying done for Collier in second place. So can anybody top green 122.106 getting a job done at the minute? Collier was the closest, just pulled into the pits and ended qualifying at 122.976. Greenback and Greenback 66 and 19 respectively, 125.226 and 125.450 respectively. Then Peters in 5th at 126.040. Remember, we'll break down all of the classes for you. There's 4 classes in total in the Cockshoot Cup. We've got Class F, Class C, Class B and Class A. Cockshoot Cup Championship is run by the North West Centre of the MG Car Club. Formed really to allow everybody who lives sort of in the area relatively easy access to go racing, hence the reason we race at Donington Park here at Donington. We will be going to Snetterton as well with the Cockshoot Cup next time out. Plenty of racetracks in the north, isn't there, Croft? I suppose Anglesey would class for the Cockshoot Cup too. Not so sure about Knockhill though. I'm not so sure Knockhill's convenient for anybody, even in Scotland. It's that far away. So 1 minute left on the clock of this qualifying session for the Cockshoot Cup here at Donington Park. 8 rounds in total for the Cockshoot Cup. The best 7 of the 8 rounds count towards the championship standings. So still all to play for. Just going over the line, we caught up with Wright, didn't we, in the assembly area, had a little chat with him ahead of this race. No roof on those little MGFs. It's the way to be today, isn't it? Having a last laugh today, certainly not at Alton Park where it rained though. So it's Green, Collier, Greenback, Whit Thompson, Lowry, Peters, Wright, Wignall, Butler, Jackson, Coulthard, Bellamy. Johnson's now jumped up to 14th, that's car number 48. Then Wright, Payne, Cochrane, Jones, McClure, Woodward, Church, Waddington, Wignall, Riles, Pittock, Holdsworth and Johnson, car number 68. Looking like 68 is, I saw him go through the pits, I think, probably out of this qualifying session. The checkered flag should fall now. I'm not seeing it wave, but we might just be stood at the wrong angle, that's all. So time has run out on qualifying. Like I said, we'll bring you a breakdown of all of the classes next time in the next broadcast. But for now, let's just stick with this and check out the final running order for qualifying for the Cockshoot Cup here. It looking like it's going to be Green, car number 30 on pole position for this afternoon's race. So Carl Green is going to be on pole position from Collier in second. Wright just moves up to third though, right at the death. It is Wright who jumps up to third place. Greenback has dropped down to fourth. Butler's in fifth. Greenback car number 19 in sixth. Then Whit Thompson in seventh. Larry in eighth. Peters in ninth. Wignall in 10th. That's your top 10. It's the last chance for all of these drivers now. Can there be any changes? There goes car number 30, Carl Green, over the line. He's on pole position for 122.106. That is going to be your pole position time. Cannot go any quicker. It looks like the first half of qualifying is when the lap times are at the absolute quickest. The longer it goes on, perhaps the tyres just start to wear a little bit. The heat certainly plays a factor, doesn't it? The track's almost too sticky. So qualifying comes to a close here at Donington Park for the Cockshoot Cup. We'll be bringing you both races over the course of the weekend, absolutely live. But we've got a lot more content than just the on-track action to bring you as well. We will be in the paddock a little bit later with the drivers, bringing you exclusive behind-the-scenes coverage. We might actually do that a little bit later this afternoon, because now we have to get ourselves ready, would you believe, already for the first race of the day, which will be the BCV8 Championship, or first race of the day for us, which will be the BCV8 Championship. That's coming up about 20 past 12 or so. And then, of course, we've got the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup and the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup to bring you as well. And plenty of motorsport, plenty of behind-the-scenes live coverage, all exclusive here at Donington Park this weekend. There is the checkered flag. It's finally fallen. It looks like either they had extra time or TSL had it slightly wrong. So there's Green on pole position, Collier in second, Wright in third, Greenbank in fourth, Whit Thompson in fifth, Butler in sixth, although the checkered flag has only just fallen. So actually there's potentially a little bit of extra time. It looks like they had some extra time, doesn't it? If anybody else like me's been following it on TSL, then the clock actually ran down about 2 or 3 minutes ago. We just had TSL, so you can see there for you up on the screen. Now it's down, but we've got Green, Collier, Wright. The car's just finishing up now, coming over the line. No changes yet on this final time around. Wright's there, just finishing up, stays in third place. So Green, Collier, Wright, Greenbank, car 66, Lowry in fifth, Whit Thompson in sixth, Butler in seventh, Greenbank, car number 19 in eighth, Peters in ninth, Wignall in 10th, Jackson in 11th, Bellamy in 12th. Is there going to be any late drama here? Let's have a little look, shall we? And the only thing I can tell you is that Green goes even quicker, a 1:21.703. That is the fastest lap by some distance. So Green, Carl Green, will start on pole position for this afternoon's race. A 1:21.703, 0.642 of a second faster than Collier in second, who actually pulled into the pits a good 5-6 minutes or so ago. So in come the cars now. That ends qualifying. Let's just pop that TSL back up onto the screen so you can see the final standings here of the qualifying session for the Cockshoot Cup. So there we go. Green, Collier, Wright, Greenbank, Lowry, Whit Thompson, Butler, Greenbank, Peters, Wignall, Jackson, Bellamy, Coulthard, Johnson, Wright, Payne, Cochrane, Jones, McClure, Church, Woodward, Waddington, Wignall, Riles, Pittick, Holdsworth, Johnson. That is qualifying done for the Cockshoot Cup. Exciting stuff indeed. Right, let's pop TSL down. Right, there we go. That is your qualifying over for the MG Car Club so far with the championships that we're covering today. The BCV8 Championship, the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup, the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, and the Cockshoot Cup Championship as well. I really hope you enjoyed that session. It's been an absolute blast, hasn't it? We had a great time mixing it with the drivers up on assembly area. Do go check out those interviews as well. We've got a lot more to bring you as well. All of the racing action live today, and also our very now famous F1 style media to the club circuit, our live exclusive paddock walk with the Cockshoot Cup drivers, with the MG Cup drivers, with the Metro Cup drivers and the BCV8 drivers. All live for you today here at Donington Park. I've been Ian Waterhouse, and we'll see you for race 1 of the BCV8